inevitably the only casters alive. In the top left,
like
in the teal, representing Team Unrivaled, it is Monk.
Oh, man. Someone not named me introduced Monk for once. I'm happy. And then in the bottom left, in the red, representing teams GNR and Rival, we have Ninkazi.
Ninkazi
getting
going
gas
for the
first
early
again.
gas.
Gas first again. And I would wager we're going to see this followed by a Barracks, a Factory, a Starport, and Banshees. Unless it's scouted, then maybe we're going to see a drop.
Yeah, you never know. Not
And
like
we're going to see
done that 3 games in a row or anything.
And we're going
like
to see a Reaper come out of the racks first, out of Ninkazi.
Yes. And Monk just doing what he does.
Okay. We
That's
should
the
probably
thing.
leave this behind.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
So, just about mirrored builds.
I mean, mirrored builds in terms of the games. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Monk take a quick expand. Ninkazi is going to, of course, get the double gas, whereas Monk only has 1 gas. So Ninkazi is going to be a lot more aggressive. And we did. So good job, Monk. You did exactly what the almightiest of Trombone said you should do. So we have the Reaper coming out. Reaper coming out for both Monk and Ninkazi. That happened like half the games that they played. And Monk knows exactly what's happening, as he has seen this for the last couple games. He is expanding on position in the low ground of his base, of his natural. And, of course, he's taking the protected natural, not the one that is more exposed. I think I generally almost always only see a Zerg take the exposed base. I don't think I've seen any other race generally expand forward.
I've seen some other races try it, but no one to the same level of success.
Or even just kind of level of like how often it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have the Reaper coming out, staying at home for Ninkazi, so he should be able to get the first shot off. And we have a Marine and we have Hellions coming. We have a Hellion. So this Reaper, if he gets in, it's going to die fast. Unfortunately for Monk. And we have the Reaper coming in, getting a little bruised and just going away because he's not going to get anything done. He may be able to sneak in later, but certainly not to get any early scouting.
And really, he's just going to see things that, at this point, he probably will be expecting from Ninkazi. Because it's the same build.
Yeah, this is a deviation, though, from Monk. He did not get a bunker at his wall the first couple games, and he does now. Which is
interesting.
I don't think he did, at least, which is interesting. Maybe is he taking a slightly greedier build? I don't know. Again, I don't remember what the first builds were, but that would maybe explain why he's getting a bunker. Or he's like, look, I've taken some damage. I just don't want to take any. I'm the better player. I'm just going to go into the macro game with a significant lead. I'm going to have bases. I'm going to have double mules. I'm going to be up on tech eventually. And sure, you're going to exert pressure upon me, but I am going to have this bunker and good luck.
Yeah. And Starport coming out for Monk, just finishing. Doesn't look like he's going to switch it to any add-ons right this second.
Interesting, though. So I was wrong. I predicted Banshees.
Yeah.
No, we're getting Liberators, which is very interesting. We have the Cyclone coming out for Monk. He really, really should help him shore up his defense. And Ninkazi's going to Elevator his drop into the main, which is outside of the whole outside of the bunker range. And this can actually do some good damage. Monk thinks that it's Banshees because that's what he's seen every other game. And 6 workers are already down. So I mean,
I like this. This missile turret's firing away at the medevac.
Okay. So is this? I'm not sure whether this is going to be worth it in the end, right? 7 workers go down, so they're even on workers. They're even on workers, and Monk has 2 bases to Ninkazi's 1. Ninkazi hasn't even shown signs of taking a natural, right? He's not even started. He doesn't have a worker there either.
Yeah.
So okay, he's getting a natural now, but Monk has had a natural for so much longer, and Ninkazi has lost 300 resources more. We have the Liberator coming in, but he is a Cyclone. Like, he's a Cyclone and a Viking. This Liberator really shouldn't do anything. As much as it's interesting, yeah, but I think there's a reason why we generally don't see Liberators in TVT at this point in the game. It's a harassment tool. I mean, okay, so he's going to get... bad pulled the wrong direction. He's going to get 2. but the Cyclone's gonna not trigger.
Not
Okay, that was a mistake. But he's
Liberators are
certainly not going to
faster
get
than
anything done.
Vikings, right?
Liberators are faster than almost anything.
Okay.
Liberators are faster than Warp Prisms without speed. Warp Prisms with speed are slightly faster, but really, I mean, Liberators. Speaking as a Zerg, Liberators are faster than a lot of things, and it's sad. It's very sad. I have been screwed over, but yeah, you're trying to run away and they corner.
Monk's
Okay,
Viking
so we're just gonna siege up again. We should have the Cyclone just to be able to zoom, boom, boom. Oh,
wow!
not.
This is the Cyclone.
Okay.
So now Monk is in a little bit of an awkward position here. Brings up the other Viking and focuses down. So yeah, he's fine.
And this Viking's gonna win this fight because he's being repaired. And I mean, some damage was done, yeah, but Monk's still up 3 workers.
Yeah,
he's up in income despite having workers pulled. He's getting a 3rd base. He is rolling in the dough. He is a happy man.
Yeah,
getting his production up. He's getting his no upgrades yet. Surprisingly, generally he's gotten his +1 attack by this point, so he's not going to have that kind of similar timing to Ninkazi's stim where he gets +1. So Ninkazi is going to have a scary follow-up attack when he has stim, and I mean it's going to be a long timing as Monk doesn't even have stim started yet. And this isn't like he's going back. He has 2 more barracks on the way.
Yeah. So from here, Monk's just gonna keep building on this macro advantage he has. He's falling a bit behind in army supply right now, 27 to 20. But we'll see. We'll have to see if Ninkazi decides to push out, which looks like he is, with 3 tanks, a few Marines, and 1 medevac and a Viking. So we'll have to see if he can get any damage on here. Nice setup in the front with the bunker.
With the bunker's getting salvaged, as you say that.
Yeah.
But so Ninkazi does have an army lead, but he's going to have to push up a small ramp if he decides to go that way against siege tank fire. So yes, he has the army lead by about 10 supply, but 10 supply is not significant. However, Monk scanned, and he didn't see any army, but he did see the base going down. So I don't know whether he's going to think this is Ninkazi's playing kind of passively or what, but he's going to have to return that. That needs to return. It should be fine, but you take a lot of damage.
Take a bit of poke.
And
nice
good tank shots though. However, okay. So, that's a good tank. So Ninkazi's kind of locking Monk out of his third.
Wow, double tank going down for Monk.
However, okay, Monk got a tank.
Go ahead.
Okay, he does not want to be doing that.
He's ahead in army supply still somehow.
Because he has the more production.
So much, so much production.
But he's being locked out. He's not in a great spot. Like he's gonna be fine, I think.
Even though he's making a huge mistake here, not making anything at home. He has 1,000 in the bank, and only now does he start making stuff.
That Widow Mine though, that MVP Widow Mine, right? So that should be the end of this pressure, right? Ninkazi has a couple more. He's a tank and 2 Marines, but he's lost. What's he lost? He's lost 3 tanks. He's lost 24 Marines and 3 medevacs, and 3 medevacs are nothing to scoff at, right? So, I mean, the more medevacs you have, the more you can more maneuverable your tanks are, the better off you are. And medevacs are expensive. So, as of this point, Monk still has less medevacs despite killing 3 and not losing any himself. So I don't know how that works, but anyway.
Army supply 18 up for Monk right now. They are even on workers. Monk does have a drop coming in at Ninkazi third right now, pretty much uncontested. He's going to drop it in the shadows, as Ninkazi has 2 medevacs full of units going out. So
and he has stim done now, stim and +1. So his Marines are going to be able to fight a superior amount of Marines, or just fight a superior amount of workers and kill them. That's all that matters.
And 7 workers going down instantly, and this drop lives. I think he lost a single Marine.
So we do have
very efficient.
We do have the 2 tank. What is that? 2 tank, 8 Marine drop that you see so often. Yep. That's moving out. If you saw the KT Speed games in Code A, we have that. But the Marines are going to get in there, I think. Okay, so Marines are getting in. I was gonna say I think they're gonna get in before the tank siege up, but they got close enough, so they didn't take spare shots.
There
And
isn't actually anything at the natural if Ninkazi decides to go straight for that. You have a little bit of window. I guess he does have some units right above that ramp for Monk.
so he's going to siege up, but Monk, being the Terran player is, I believe he has some medevacs that are filled with K. Or yeah, filled with K. There we go. So 6 workers down, not optimal, but he still has a 7 worker lead, a 6 worker lead, despite all that.
Lose this entire drop. Wow.
Oh well, those are some funneled Marines, but yeah, he is going to lose the drop. And he is now down 10 army supply, and some worker supply. So Ninkazi is going to try to move out again with that one hero Marauder. Marauder's like, guys, I got this, the needle vine. I'm not even sure what that means, but the Marauders tend to stay. Or is that?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know.
The fiery things that are not Hellbats.
The fire Hellions?
No, from the campaign.
Oh, the
Firebats.
Yeah, Firebats.
Is it they them that's the needle vine, or is it?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Know.
I haven't even beaten the campaign.
Oh!
He's catching these tanks.
Okay.
It doesn't focus him down.
Oh man,
Wow.
that was it's still catastrophic, but okay, he's fine. He's still. Oh, he stole my heart, Monk. That was
so
almost
close.
really bad. That almost won Ninkazi that game. As it stands, nothing happened. They traded, and Monk is going to have a significant window where he is going to have +2, +2, +1. Ninkazi has not started any of those upgrades, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's getting a 4th, which I do applaud. Like, he always seems to be taking a 4th faster than his opponent, but he does it from behind. It's like, oh, I need to get a 4th, like, I need some way back in this game. And then he gets punished for it because he's behind and he spent 400 minerals. Plus, how much does a orbital cost?
150.
Minerals and gas, right?
It's orbital is just 150, I believe. Planetary cost gas.
Okay.
Monk does have a drop in the bottom side of the map, just kind of hovering. Not sure what he's planning on doing with that.
And Ninkazi has a large drop going out. However, there are there are 4 Vikings. And
he's gonna run him right into it.
So I like the Widowmine there, right? So he knows that at word. Okay, so he's going to try to avoid and siege up the 4th, potential 4th, the 4th that doesn't exist.
I feel like he's just gonna get caught by this Marine force.
No!
Found the sweet spot, but it's gonna die. He's gonna lose this entire force.
And that was a failed. Ninkazi's just falling further and further behind. He's going to lose all these medevacs again. He now has 3 to the 11 of Monk. So one big trade-off, right, when you're dealing with Marine tank versus Marine tank with tankovacs, is you have to decide whether you want to heal your Marines or reposition your tanks.
Yeah.
So having more medevacs means you can move more. Okay, this is not. These are some good things.
This is a good pick.
But I mean, not enough. He's down 50 army supply.
So if you're Ninkazi right here, what do you need to do to get back into this game?
You need. I don't even know what you're down a set of you're down upgrades with every important part of your army. You're down 40 army supply. All right, 40, 50 army supply. You're down. You have a base, but you're not even really that much of a base. You're up 4 workers. I think the only thing you can do is force this into some sort of weird base trade or catch. I mean, maybe do that. Okay. Catch him out of position.
Yeah, he got a few tanks there, but
still,
the upgrades are just so superior here.
Yeah, I mean, sure, he didn't lose any tanks, and Monk lost a lot, but that just equalized the tank count. He's producing 2 tanks to the 1 of Ninkazi.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was probably the best fight he could hope for, and he still lost badly. And now we have these Vikings coming up. Those are some.
These tanks are all gonna die here. All 4 tanks.
Yep, and that was yeah.
For 3 Vikings, I think.
I mean, sure, supplies of kind of the gaps. It's not. What it's.
Yeah, the gaps lessened.
But it's
Monk still has this drop in the bottom side of the map, just chilling. He's too focused, I think.
He is. I mean, he had it selected at one point.
Yeah.
He just didn't go, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna make Ninkazi go back." When he looks at this replay, and "Oh, hey, I could have died more, but he was nice and didn't drop me."
Yeah.
I mean, I think Ninkazi's just gonna say, "Oh man, I wish I'd played more of a macro game, I think, and got my upgrades on time because
Yeah.
what's killing Ninkazi is he's going for these attacks, and they're just not doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So like he's shown his very strong like kind of drop heavy capacity in the mid late game, and his ability to what's the word? Ability to really tax Monk and find advantages. But the problem is he's just falling too far behind in the early game. So these moves that would do significant damage, a short while later, are now just not working. At the very least, keeping him even at the best, falling behind.
It was a good setup from Monk. Monk getting huge tank shots, and Ninkazi's bio survives and cleans up the tanks. Suddenly, a lot of army just died there, and the supply.
Please. Are we gonna see some? Are we gonna see some good? Oh, we're gonna see some micro. Dimikro de Ninkazi. Because he's not happy.
Yeah, and like Ninkazi, it feels like Ninkazi is playing like he's ahead or even when he's actually very far behind.
And I feel like that attack, the fact that attack failed, like gives him like a feeling that he's equalized, but he really isn't. It got him closer. Like look at the supplies right now. Like it's only 15 down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's down 3 upgrades. And Monk's like, you know what? I'm at the point where I'm getting Neo Steel. I'm getting advanced target, or I'm getting high sec tracking. Like you're not killing my buildings.
Because I can. Like.
Oh well,
this Monk's gonna go over. It's gonna get picked off. That's nice. And now supply is suddenly even. This base is gonna fall down.
These tanks are coming up. It's down back to 4 base versus 4 base.
Ninkazi doesn't have enough bio.
Ninkazi's gonna push through.
He cleaned out. He cleaned that up.
He cleaned up. Like the army supply is only 10 supply at this point. Like Ninkazi killed the 5th. Ninkazi has a 5th of his own coming up. He has like upgrades are equalizing. Not well, but at least he's gonna have +1 attack. Like he's clawing up. He's clawing his way back into this.
Monk's drop just got cleaned up in the main for doing no damage, and suddenly it's an even game.
I mean, it's not even. He's still he's still behind, but
very behind.
It's a playable game. Like he was so far behind. And now look at this. He's going to have +3. He's only going to be down 1 upgrade on his Marines. He's going to. Yeah. I mean, he's still going to be down 3 upgrades on tanks. But if you get the tanks in the right position, you're still fine because you do the.
Yeah. When you're as far behind as Ninkazi was, it's very hard to fathom even taking a fight. But then to win it is
to win multiple fights back to back. He's ahead in army supply. It's 3, but he was down 50 army supply a short time ago.
What Ninkazi needs to fix here is that he has 39 workers at one base.
Lost the game.
Yeah.
But
wow. Yeah.
What an almost comeback, right? Like.
Yeah.
He just got caught out of position. But seriously, like, how did that? I think Ninkazi just needs to play a straight up game. Like.
Yeah,
seriously.
Ninkazi needs to take a straight up game. He needs to have better worker management. Like he had this 4th that they're now fighting at right now. That's been up for a good minute or 2.
No, it hasn't. This 4th just.
Did it just
they're
land?
Fighting right now? It just finished building on position. That's why you saw it in the minimap for a while.
Okay. Like he just had so many he's like double the amount of workers he needs over here. And if he had somewhere he could have mined, like so much more income. Like right now he has maybe 1 base. Yeah, pretty much 1 base income right now.
So I mean, he's still up on economy though. He's not mining. He's not mining any gas. He's mining literally 0 gas.
Marines, baby, all you need.
Marines. So there was a player for sneaky Marines. There was a player for Composite a while ago named Jordan Esbeck, and he was a very good Diamond Zerg. I mean, or he would have been, but he had mentality problems. But his whole thing was Marines are imba. Like he couldn't like he'd go in every game. He'd lose a TVT and he's like Marines they're imba. Like I can't win against Marines. Like what's wrong? I'm like, you do realize there's a thing called banlings, right?
I think I see what you mean by mentality problem.
Yeah, but so Ninkazi is mining literally 0 gas. His main is mined out of gas. His natural is mined out of gas. His 3rd is not mined out of gas. It doesn't have anything in it. So I think he needs more tanks. Like he has
Yeah.
4 to the 9. Like the thing that kept him in it was like good tank positioning. Okay, those are some dead workers. Oh, okay, he's just gonna 40.
Wow.
Okay, so that okay. I was gonna say that's never gonna go down, you know, because it's 41 workers repairing. But no. Also, 25 workers just went down. Like that's some carnage. And I think Ninkazi's finally kind of lost this game. Like that was a commendable. Like I struggled to wrap my brain about how much that was almost to come back. That was incredible.
Yeah. Really
But
nice
I think
play.
at this point he's not up in mining anymore. He's not in up in workers. He's down 4 upgrades. He's gonna try to make a last ditch attack here, but he's not mining. He's barely mining gas. Like I want to see this work. He's even pulled some workers. Oh, he's got the con. Okay, I mean this may.
The tank's land now. The tank just sieging.
You know what? You know what?
He's so close. He just doesn't have enough.
Oh no! Oh man!
GG.
GG. I think he double stemmed.
Yeah.